Welcome back to the channel, y'all. We are the Justice Family. I go by T.
And I'm Jackie.
If you watched our last video, we told y'all we had something to tell you about this handyman that we hired because we wanted some assistance to expedite the process because we were relocating from Florida to Virginia, and we had a very, very short timeline because we were supposed to have been there originally 2 months ago, but the house damaged, so the timeline was coming up to right around the corner. So we hired a handyman. So we want to tell them about the handyman.
Yeah, so we hired a handyman to finish up the work that we couldn't finish because there was a lot of things happening in June and the May timeframe. If you watch our other videos, you know that our business had went on the road to Miami. We had to do a whole bunch of things. We had to prepare our other home in order to transition. But we hired him to finish up the floors in 2 of the rooms. We hired him the faucets, and what else did he do? The baseboard, the trim, finishing up that, and what was it? Oh, putting on the new doors, putting the screws on the new doors, like the exterior doors, and just little odd things around the house that we just didn't have the time or the bandwidth to do. That was just easier to pay for someone to do. Now, just to give you guys the backstory, this person that we hired had a 5-star rating, nearly 200 reviews, all positive reviews. And we're like, well, oh my goodness, we have to call this person. So once we called him, he answered right away, and he said he can come to our house immediately because he didn't live that far from us, and come and assess and possibly start the work. And that's exactly what he did. So we were sold on that. We said, finally, we have help. Well, you guys, everything is not always what it seemed, and this is a clear case of that being said. So I'm just going to pause here for a second, and if there are children in the room with you, I highly, highly suggest you watch this video at another time because there is going to be explicit things being talked about in this video, just to give that disclaimer. And so let's start them off with what happened.
We hired the guy to do the work. I mean, it was literally 2 rooms to lay the flooring. That's all we had to do. I mean, we did the loft already, one of the bedrooms upstairs. The downstairs was done. You know, we did a lot of work. And so he just had to do basically 2 rooms upstairs. He needed to do, how many faucets? 1, 2,
5.
3, about 5 faucets. And I believe and he was going to do the baseboards so we can get those things knocked out. And he, as quickly as I laid those floors, and y'all that seen it, you saw it was a really good job. I'm thinking someone that's been doing this for a long time will be able to definitely do it faster than me, or at least the same speed, but she definitely do it way faster than me.
And who has help.
2 people. So he took over a week to lay the floors. Yes, for 2 bedrooms. He took over a week to lay the floors. And the faucet change should have took him no more than 30 minutes per faucet. And that took
2 days.
2 days. I mean, it's crazy. And then he kept complaining about it, saying that the product, you know, it's the brand, it's the product. He kept blaming everything on the product for every little thing, and to the point I ended up putting a piece on and well, it works when I do it. So it's not the product, it's definitely the person trying to do it. So that went on, and the guy just, his ratings didn't live up to what we saw. He had 1 sort of bad review, but it still was I just think she rated him a 2, maybe a 3, but he explained that review to us also.
Yeah, and he was rated so high, so that's why it was still at a 5. But bottom line is, things didn't go as planned with this person, and obviously he was not. I don't know if it's because this was the biggest job he ever did, because he claimed he did a $40,000 job, and trust me, this was not a $40,000 job. But things went downhill pretty fast. For one, he kept trying to undermine us, and he was doing it in a slick way. Don't pay these people. Don't pay other people. You know the electrician's going to come and they're going to charge you up. Don't pay the roofer. I can get on the roof. Okay, so pause. There are handymen in Florida, okay, that are notorious for doing things outside of their scope of work, okay? And what I mean by that, it's things that require you to have a contractor's license. Handymen who are not contractors are trying to get homeowners to allow them to do the work. Yes, that's what it is. And this is the same with this guy. So instantly our radars are going up and we're like, okay, this dude is super shady. We can't wait till he is done. And that's that. But he is going to do the work that he is contracted to do. Okay, fast forward. We're at our house. We get a call at 8 o'clock. He calls, tells T, hey, I need to go over to the house and I need to put down the transition strip. Okay, y'all, you just heard me say it's 8 o'clock at night. That can, first of all, why are you calling me about this foolishness at 8 o'clock at night? Second of all, that can wait into the daytime. Third of all, no, you don't need to go to our house and lay down the strip. And that's where we left it.
So, anyways, I get the notification on the ring, which, I mean, I don't know how the dummy didn't think that we had a ring right there, but get a notification on the ring that somebody's at the house. First, I seen the car pull up in the driveway, and he brought his personal vehicle this time. So it's no longer the work truck. It's a personal vehicle. I'm like, who in the world is that in that Jeep? So walk to the door, and when the person gets out and comes to the front door, it's him. But it's not just him. It's with the girl. And she looked young.
Real young.
Real young. I'm like.
And he's in his 40s.
I'm like, you think he married the girl that's super young? That's what I thought. But I'm like, either way, he shouldn't be bringing somebody to the work site if he's going there to really lay the transition strip.
But either way, he wasn't authorized to be there either.
Maybe he was speaking on a different code on laying something. Because he told about laying the transition strip. That ain't what he went there to do. So... You want to go ahead?
Yep. So we caught him on the ring, and they went in at a certain time and didn't come out till 45 minutes later, like 45 minutes to an hour later. Now, it was what we seen on the ring that really was like, what the hell is happening? So on the ring, you could see them kissing, filling each other up, him... what do you call that? Jilting with his pants, digging in down there, them trying to go in the corner and trying to...
Checking on her dress.
Checking on her dress, going up her dress because she probably didn't have on no drawers or something like that. But they were doing stuff on the porch that was totally inappropriate. And the crazy thing about all this, our neighbor across the street was watching it the whole time, okay? He seen the whole thing. And so they was doing all that. So once all that happened, I'm like, they just finished having sex in our house. This dude, now you heard me. This dude brought some chick, okay? Now we're thinking it's the wife. We brought his wife to our home to go have sex with. Have sex in our home.
Let's tell you how stupid he is. Jack posted a review.
Yep. So I then post a review. Not only did I post a review about my whole experience with him, but I posted a review about how he's completely unprofessional, and he brought a woman to my home. I said his wife, and after hours, and did who knows what with.
And his work won't end.
Yeah.
Even with all those reviews, it won't end. We had to still go back behind him and do all the work over. Like, he messed up the faucets, for example. He had the hose under it twisted like how you would do like a water hose, so water would drip instead of coming out, and he blamed it on us not having a water softener system. He put the piece in there upside down, also on the P-trap. He did so much damage.
And the plumber had to come and fix that. That cost us over $400 for that plumber to come out and fix. And the crazy thing was, the plumber in his notes, can we put that up there too?
We sure can.
We can put up the notes, said that it was messed up by the handyman and he had to come and fix it up. So I put out the review. Y'all, you ain't gonna believe this. And we're gonna put the review somewhere on the screen somewhere so y'all can read this review. It's very long. He came back and said, "You don't know my wife. Don't say that was my wife. That was not my wife. That came, that was not my wife that came to the house. Okay? You don't know her," and all this other stuff.
That was an employee.
It was an employee.
All of a sudden.
Okay. So you know what?
I didn't know people kissed their
I
employees
wasn't even
like that.
going to even stoop down to that level. But one thing about it, don't try to insult my intelligence.
Well, because he lied too.
Yeah,
He said,
because he lied.
I didn't do that for you guys. I didn't do that work.
Exactly.
I
He
didn't
started
do that
lying.
work.
So then on Google reviews, if you know you write reviews, you can attach photos, and I think you can attach up to 25.
Don't try to tear down a small company.
Yep. He said we were trying to tear down a small black business on top of that. That's what he said. It's just crazy how, people of the culture always want to say when they in the wrong, you try to tear it down. Like, this is just crazy talk. So I said, okay. I made an update to the...
Stole our screen.
Exactly. Stole the screen.
Stole our tools.
Exactly.
Broke our tools that we've been laying the entire house with the whole time.
Overcharged us. Come on now. And then, so once he said that, I made an update. Okay, I said, okay, come to find out, this was not his wife. This was a side piece that he brought to the house. Even more disrespectful. And then I posted a photo of him kissing her, him with the hands up the dress, him with all this stuff that's from the video. Now, if I could post a video on Google, I would have posted the video. But I posted it. Oh my goodness. And this is where we are now. That man called me. He called T. He is pissed. He is pissed.
Can I play this?
Yep.
Voicemail? You think it'll be heard?
Yeah, we're going to play the voicemail so you guys can hear this. And then we'll come back so you can see for yourself.
Yeah, I'm just calling. I call your wife or I call your husband just to let you know. If I did anything at your home, whatever it is, if I messed up your job, you're free to put any pictures, the job I did for you.
Let me stop that because we did do that. We showed about how he messed up on the plumbing. That was clearly there. So just want to stop on that for a second.
But you put my personal pictures on Google. I want it to get done. Then again, I call you. I'm going to text. As soon as I'm done with you, I'm going to text you to make sure I let you know. I reach out to y'all guys because I know y'all didn't pick up to put my pictures done. That right there is not, you all know the law. You all know what it is. You have no right to put my pictures on Google without my permission. But what you did, but you put it. And I still didn't have a problem with it. I contact you directly just to let you know my picture shouldn't be there. So
let me stop right there. Now he's admitting right here, my picture. So he's admitting that it's him kissing this girl and everything, basically. Stupid.
I want you to respect yourself. I respect mine. I just call you. So please put my picture down. So we don't have to go different way with it. So I want my picture to be done. So I contact you directly just to let you know I didn't steal anything at your home. So
now, why would he say that?
Why would he say he didn't steal anything?
We never said that. Did we ever say that?
There we go.
See? He stole.
Next call is gonna happen. You're gonna have to hear from my attorney. I'm just telling you, my pictures need to get done at Google as soon as possible. So by the end of the day, if my picture is not done, I will take it to we're gonna take it to court because it don't make sense. What you did to me, it don't make sense. If I did something to you guys, put picture job I do. You have something personal with me.
Which we did.
We did. That's why we posted it. That's why, we put it in the hands of, social opinion. We posted what he did. He had sex with a side piece in our home.
Even the plumbing work was posted there. With
yes, all of it was posted.
But this is part of it. That's
because The job I did, you didn't even post no picture what I did.
He's lying.
But
He's
my
lying.
pictures, you put on Google. That right there, some personal you put there.
So we never got the call from the lawyer. Like he said, the lawyer was supposed to call us the next day for him cheating on his wife. Basically, I guess the lawyer was going to call us because, like he said in his response, that is not my wife. And you're so foolish because the company name shows when you click on it, and even on all social media, who you see the wife, and wait, that is not the wife, that young girl.
It's him and his wife's company, so we know who the wife is.
So I guess that the lawyer was going to call us because he's messing around his wife with a younger girl. Hopefully she's at least 18 because he's 40 something. And I guess they were going to call us about that.
That is just ridiculous.
It makes no sense.
It makes no sense.
He's sitting there admitting that it's him for one.
And he stole. He clearly said it.
And
so
yeah, then he basically told he stole.
And he said that he basically admitted that he was there with that girl. So I mean, he can't deny that. It's just the fact that we put his pictures and he did not authorize us to put it onto Google. So let me just pause right here for another second. If Google felt like we were in the wrong, trust and believe Google will take our review down. They will take the review down. It has to be authenticated in order to have a review. And the reason why it hasn't been taken down is because we came with the proof. We came with the proof.
As always. No, the funny thing too about it is they knew they were being recorded because he looked back at the camera, then they walked in and they cut off the lights.
Yep.
And then came outside again.
Do we have that video of the actual
right
thing?
in front of it too?
We have
Right
the
in front
video
of
of it, right?
Yeah.
Of the ring footage. Yeah. We're going to put that up there too. And then y'all can let us know if we're crazy. But we know we're not. Because, I mean, and let us know what y'all would do in this situation. We ain't worried about us being sued because this is the most foolish mess that I ever heard. He's mad because his business is getting hurt. Hurt, y'all. Imagine if you seen that review. Someone said that they entrusted you to do handyman work only for them to give a little bit more handyman and, of course, laying it down services in someone's house.
Acting like it's his house.
Exactly.
I bet he probably
That's
told
what he
her
did.
that this is my house.
He came over there, exactly, pull up like he lit there.
In a personal vehicle that, you know, he got a work vehicle. He called, said he was going there to do work. It should be in your work vehicle. So he pulls up in a personal vehicle. Don't park in the street as normal. He now pulls up in the driveway like it's his house. So he had to put to her, yeah, this is my house. Something like that. He had to.
This is our house, baby, and I'm just fixing it up for you.
I'm getting this house for you. You know, I'm just working on it right now. He had to come up with something to lie to her.
And you know that these young girls messing with these grown ass men, they just gullible like that. And you could just tell how that when they walked out, all that giggling, all that trying to be sly shit, and then just looking in the camera like he was being slick. He purposely turned off that light because he thought that the ring would not pick it up.
Yeah, ring can't see at night.
If anything, the ring enhances it at night, don't it? You can see even better at night. We can see everything at night. All the flies and everything. So this dude is straight up crazy talk. Straight up crazy talk. He's crazy. He's crazy. And honestly, if he see this video, so what? Who cares? Let him see it. Now everybody knows who the hell he is. Don't use him. Don't use him. This was the worst experience. We should have never used a handyman, but just trying to, just help us out. Y'all, we've been doing this for 6 months. We have a lot of moving pieces, and this is why we always say, at the end of the day, we always have to do it ourselves.
We were doing, work in this house, and then we had to just clean up our house and pack our bags.
Had to go to Virginia.
We had to go to Virginia to find housing because it was tough to get with it out of state. I mean, we were swamped.
It was so many things y'all didn't see behind the scenes that was happening.
Still working,
dealing with clients, had to fly out to their site. It was a lot going on.
Doing schoolwork. I mean, we were slump,
Homeschooling.
dealing with somebody who I don't know if I'm coming back up to the house or not because I'm overseas. Like we were just dealing with
Well, the other tenants.
much. So we tried to get some help, which it's normal.
I just don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. It's like one of those situations, like even when I talk about it, like outside of this video with T all the time, I'm like, yo, honestly, he has really tainted. Why would you do that? Like, why would you go to someone else's house and have sex in their house? Why would you do that? And this is just the PC version, right? PG-13 or whatever you want to call it.
I don't know what's wrong with some people, but I mean, they need to get it together. I mean, people will be complaining, oh, I don't never have no opportunity. Like even him, he's the same way. People won't give me an opportunity. I'm the small guy. I only got 100-something reviews.
But he said it's because he's black.
Yeah, I didn't want to say it, but that's what he was.
That's what he said.
That's why they don't give me an opportunity. And I mean,
you give yourself an opportunity.
Look, an opportunity here, just like an opportunity for that tenant, same complexion. I'm just saying, people keep blowing opportunities and blaming it on the complexion. That's an excuse to me.
It is an excuse.
Nothing like, even for like, it's going outside. Like even if like you want to go to school, ain't nothing holding you back from going to school because of your complexion. Mm-mm. Like I'm at a doctoral level right now. I'll be a doctor soon. Like ain't nothing stop me from going there. It's all about your drive and doing what you gotta do. Whatever you want to do. Ain't nothing just, oh no, you can't do this. Like what age, like era y'all think we're in? Like change your mindset.
Yeah,
go out there and do things if you want to do it. That's it.
Yeah. Even down to like our situation right here. You guys know that, we mention this all the time. We had to make moves. We couldn't just sit on our ass when we lost our jobs and be like, oh my gosh, we lost our job. Yes, we put out that video, but after that, after reality set in, we had to hustle. It was like, yo, we don't really know what it is to start a business and stuff like that. Yeah, we did Airbnb, but that's totally different than going out there soliciting your own clients and, getting a book of work, doing your own deliverables and stuff like that. Like you cannot have that mindset. And I see that a lot in this culture of ours. Like, oh, because I'm this, I can't have this opportunity. No, you can go after any opportunity that you want to have, that you want to go after. It's just you. You have the limiting belief. It ain't nobody else.
I mean, we still own 3 properties. I mean, ain't nothing stop us from owning our properties because of our complexion. Like, it's just people keep making up excuses for things.
Yeah. You gotta get out of that. You gotta get out of that mindset. Like there's just people trying to hold you back and stuff like that. It's what it is.
It was funny though, because the minute it's like when they see a male that's down, like I said, with men, it's like you can't be vulnerable in this world. Like when they seen a man down telling my story on the layoff, it was just straight attacking. Oh, you this, you lazy, you this. It was all straight attacking. Roles
He's
reverse.
playing you, girl. Don't do it. All that type of.
Roles reverse. It's a whole different ball game. Like it's crazy how things are that way, and it's like, all right, like what? I'm supposed to stay down forever, And then when these same people, because they love to continue to follow and watch, which makes no sense, but then throw jealous remarks out there because they see that we back up. Like, why are you jealous that I'm back up and doing good? People do go through things. It ain't like struggle is temporary. If your struggle lasts forever, then that's a problem. And that's why we did talk about, like, in certain videos with, like, the Section 8 thing, for example. Stop using things as a crutch. Get up and get yourself together. That's
exactly. We're not going to struggle. And that's why we always said, like, if people thought that came to the channel that we was going to struggle forever. Now, I know that, you go on YouTube and you see people just going with that. Man, I got laid off. They're in the life of a laid off person.
They make about 30 videos.
30 videos on the same damn topic. We can't do that because the reality is, yes, we got laid off. Yes, we don't have no money. But now it's like, how are we going to get the money? How are we going to get the money?
Probably pushing positive energy.
Exactly.
I'm not going to sit there and push this negative energy all day. Oh, man, I'm laid off. Oh, I'm stressed today. Oh, man, next video. Then they do the sad face. Like,
exactly.
no.
Like, it's just crazy talk. Like, even with this situation right here. Like, the dude said that he's going to sue us. We'll keep y'all updated on whether or not he sues us. If he do, okay, well, lucky for him, we like going to court. So, we can't wait. Another opportunity. Here we go.
We went off a little on a
Yeah, I know we went off on a tangent, but you know how these videos go.
But that led to it because of that handyman saying that. And then, of course, with that previous tenant, the same situation. She said the same thing. So it just seems like it's a trend that needs to really stop. Like ASAP, it needs to stop.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's so many people all over that achieve so much, and it's not, none of them making up an excuse. Oh, I'm being held back because this. No, getting up and doing what you got to do. That's it.
Exactly. And stop the pity party. So, with that, y'all, let us know in the comments what y'all think about this situation or anything that T and I said. Let us know if you agree, you disagree. Just let us know how you feel about this, because to us, this is like one of the craziest stories ever. And we just honestly can't really believe it. Like, it's really disgusting if you ask me.
Well,
you got something else?
No, that's why we got it professionally cleaned.
Yeah.
After that.
Got it professionally clean, and in touch with that, that oil.
That was an excellent cleaner.
Yeah, she's an excellent cleaner.
Excellent job.
So, that's all we have today, y'all. And until next time, peace out.
See ya.